What's up everybody, Demon back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing a brand new Godzilla Monster Planet news and updates, and this one will be the first news and updates leading up to Godzilla's release in Japan. The release will technically be tomorrow for us Americans on Thursday, but if you were to go off based solely on date, it will be our Friday because it comes out the 17th in Japan, which will be during Thursday for America. Now, we got some cool stuff to cover. So first of all, jumping right into this, we're going to start out with the music. So we have a little bit of the soundtrack produced by Takayuki Hattori, and it is pretty interesting. So the first song, I'm still not 100% convinced was done by him. It's very weird. It's called Whiteout. It is the official Godzilla Monster Planet theme song. Now they've released this on Toho Animation YouTube page. It's just a super odd song. It's the one that plays midway through trailer 2. We've talked about it on the channel a little bit. You know, it's okay. It's alright. I would honestly say it's a good song. It just does not fit the Godzilla tone at all. I rather dislike it as a Godzilla song. Then the first song from the soundtrack of Godzilla Monster Planet was released. This is the official soundtrack. This one, I don't have an official title, although I believe it's called Monster Planet. It starts out very Godzilla 2000-esque. And throughout the whole thing, you can really tell that this is the same composer from Godzilla 2000. So this beginning part, like I said, very Godzilla Millennium-esque, and then we hit a sudden point when it almost straight up completely turns into Zilla's death theme from the '98 movie. Which every time I listen to the song, it takes me off guard because I really like that Zilla Death song, so it's kind of cool to hear it worked in here. Another thing that's crazy is when you listen to the ending, it is so Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. It's awesome to hear. I mean, you can really hear Hattori's progression as a composer over the years, all in this one song. I don't think it's necessarily as epic and grand as Godzilla should be. I think if they wanted that super grand sound, they would have got Michiyomi Oshami to do the music for this movie. She did Godzilla Tokyo SOS and Godzilla Megaguirus and Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. And she has a very epic tone to all her music, so I think if they wanted that epic tone, they could have just asked her to come back. But they decided to go with a more underrated Godzilla composer, and so they got this guy back, Hattori, and he brings his distinct sound. So now getting into these leaked clips, that's what I'll be calling them because I don't necessarily know what to call them. They are officially released, technically, in Japan. However, they weren't supposed to make it off of live television, and of course they wound up on the internet because this is 2017. So getting into these leaked clips, the first one I showed off in the trailer breakdown, and that is Godzilla using his atomic breath on a transport ship at the start of Godzilla Monster Planet to kill civilians trying to leave Earth. The second clip I also showed, it starts out and we get like our main characters running around the Earth. One of the interesting things here is that when someone, I think this is Adam, tries to use a blade to cut a plant, his blade snaps, showing that Earth life has evolved along since man has been on the planet. And then Servem attacks this whole base camp. There's like a big flight chase scene going on with the Servem. We also get a little bit of the clip with Haruo and Adam getting in a fight. Once again, I still can't tell what they're getting in a fight over. It sounds like they maybe missed something that they were supposed to make it to. Maybe they missed their extract or something and they're all angry at one another. I can't totally tell. Okay, and the next one is an officially released, once again, they're all technically, I'm just going to say this now so I don't keep repeating myself, they are all technically officially released. The next one is a TV spot that was released, and in it features some very interesting footage. We have a lot of our members running around the spaceship. They're quite sad at one point. Haruo's stuck in some sort of burning building or spaceship of some sort. Then you have a lot of soldiers saluting, and then it's followed up with an epic shot of Godzilla, and you're just looking up at him him showing the massive scale of his new size in the movie. And then we have another TV spot that was released that starts out with this epic shot of looking up at Godzilla in the fire. You get some new clips of Haruo flying his jet. You have some shots of Godzilla charging up for his atomic breath before he uses it. There's some new shots of random character, like I think this girl is called Methis or something. And then you have an awesome shot of Godzilla at the end of the trailer getting ready to use his atomic breath. And then just some like little bits here and there that we saw in trailer 2. The trailer ends though with some sort of beam just sweeping the land, destroying literally everything, and Godzilla standing next to it. So I have a few theories as to what this is. If you look at it, you can see Godzilla uses his massive tail, he swings it, and it looks like it creates a sonic shockwave that destroys everything, and it creates a huge explosion. That could be what it is. I've heard people calling it a tail whip. That's kind of a good name for it. It just looks like it creates a sonic shockwave. It also could be a Shin Godzilla reference, as this could be a new version of Godzilla's tail laser. Our next bit of footage shows a massive Godzilla standing above a mountain. He's flat out bigger than mountains in this movie, and he charges up his dorsal fins, fires his atomic breath, trying to shoot down our main characters, and it looks like he hits one of our characters, but misses the main characters. Then there's some additional footage of him standing there and some of our other main characters looking up at him, and there it is. It sounds like Godzilla has the Millennium Roar for this movie, which I totally did not expect. I was completely expecting just the Showa Roar, but it looks like they're going to be integrating both the Millennium and Showa Roar, so I wouldn't even be surprised that the Heisei Roar made an appearance in this movie. Then we also have a TV, I don't know what to call it. It's like a in-depth look at the movie, and it starts out with just an additional shot of Godzilla's leg that we've never seen before. It takes us through the story of Godzilla Monster Planet as we have Kamacuras appearing in New York. We have our first official footage of Kamacuras' appearance. Then we cut to, you know, this map. Kamacuras appears in New York. Great Britain. Dogora appears, destroying some sort of ship. Rodan and Anguirus appear. And it also gives us the dates, so this does line up with the timeline that we knew of before. So Kamacuras is in 1999, Dogora is in 2002, Rodan and Anguirus show up in China or Korea, around that area, in 2005. In Australia in 2017, Dogora shows up, and then in 2022, Orga shows up. All of that is followed by Godzilla's appearance. We have a new shot of Godzilla standing in a completely destroyed city. He is pretty small considering he's not even the size of these buildings yet, and he will get to be that size. We have some scratchy footage of his dorsal fins and a very nice painting looking silhouette shot of Godzilla in what appears to be either Tokyo or Paris. I do believe this is the way the intro of the movie is going to be told, is in this painting-esque style. That way they don't have to spend too much money on their animation budget, and they can also have some good stuff to include in their comic book as well. So there's some malfunctions on the spaceship, and everyone's freaking out, and then they all head to Earth. There's explosions in the atmosphere, crazy stuff going on that I can't explain because I can't understand what they're saying, and that's pretty much the rest of the trailer. There's just a lot of human scenes. So I figured you guys would want to know about all that stuff. Once again, Godzilla Monster Planet does come out technically today when I release the video. It will be out in Japan, or at least by tonight it will be out in Japan. So it's a crazy time. I just want to remind you guys all that the movie does not come out on Netflix on the 17th in America. We do not know when it will come out on Netflix in America. However, estimations put the movie out in early 2018 on Netflix for us internationally. As people keep having to remind one another, the international release is not specified. All we know is that on the 17th of this month, Godzilla Monster Planet will be released in theaters only, theater exclusive in Japan, and we'll have to wait for the Netflix release. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time. D-Man, out.